One thing about the Chargers we know for sure is that no matter what time of the year, no matter what game, at some point the Chargers always charge and they find ways to lose games. And I'm hoping that is what happens tonight. It's a big one for the Denver Broncos. Playoff implications. Could they potentially take over as the 6th seed? We don't want any of that to happen. We need the Broncos to stay ahead of the Chargers, and it all starts with this game Thursday night. It's going to be a big one. I want to welcome everybody into the DNVR Broncos pregame show presented by Coors Light. You can get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/DNVR. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company in Golden, Colorado. I'm Todd Davis. I'm here with my boys Knowshon Moreno and Jurrell Casey. Here to talk about this big matchup against the LA Chargers. I still want to call them the San Diego Chargers. I'm not going to get used to it anytime soon. But how do you guys feel about tonight?
Feel good, man. Quick week, right? Feel like they was just out there because they were.
Yeah. and we were just in here.
Right, exactly. So back to work. So I'm interested to see what tonight is, man. I'm super excited. We're watching that thing on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
I can watch that thing on Prime Vision. Listen, they ain't paying me for all this, I'm saying right now. Man, I love watching them Thursday night just because of that. So, and shout out to Jurrell for putting me on that because he was like, bro, they got a little something on Amazon on Prime that you can watch it the angle that I've always been wanting to watch. I think a lot of you want to watch it that way. So check it out tonight, Prime Vision on Amazon Prime.
So tell people what it is. It's the angle where you get to watch it from the back.
Watch
Pause. But
watch it from the back.
It's the best way to watch the game.
Thank you.
What I'm saying?
Appreciate it. No, he's correct, though. Yeah, from that angle behind the line, behind the quarterback, you can see the routes form. They even do like analytics while you're watching the game, which is pretty cool. But yeah, just that angle, love that angle, man. I can see everything develop. You can see what the quarterback is seeing. You can see the holes develop as a running back. So I'm excited to see the Broncos actually play in this vision. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big game, dog. I think this. We thought last week was a big game, playing, and this is primetime TV.
Yep.
So primetime TV mean we got primetime ball. So you already know it's going to be time for the Broncos to come out and put up a big performance. And like you said, the Chargers is good to lay an egg once in a while. And let's let this be the week so we can go in here and clinch us a playoff spot and turn it up this next couple of weeks. Hey, we're in playoff mode, baby. Let's start it early.
But which game was bigger, though, you think, though? Because, I mean, last week we were saying how that one was the bigger one, even if we lost 3 games.
Yes.
You know what I mean, after last week. So which one is bigger, though?
I think this one has to be bigger just because this can literally change who you play first round. And I think it only gets tougher if you lose this game.
Okay.
If you stay the 6th seed, you potentially could still be the 5th seed, and you talk about going into Houston, Texas, versus having to play the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh or the Bills on the road. Like, it can get tough for yourself, you know what I'm saying,
right,
if you lose this game.
Oh, yeah.
Even though we'll make the playoffs regardless.
Big game, especially with a young quarterback, you feel me? So you want him in the best position going forward. Yeah, last week was big to get yourself into the playoffs. But this one is big now to set yourself up to make a run in the playoffs. We want an opportunity to go and play, 2-3 more games and go in there for the big dance. And in order to do that, you want to set your young guy up.
Yeah, so, for sure.
It's a big game for sure.
Okay.
So Jurrell, when you talk about having a big game, for me, I feel like this one really starts with the running game. The Chargers have been good kind of all year. They've been like a formidable opponent when you talk about on defense, but last week, they gave up 223 yards rushing. And, we're missing one of our key running backs, Jalil. He won't be playing today. He'll be out due to injury. So now we have that 2 running back tandem with Estime and Javonte. How do you feel like they'll be able to get the ground game going tonight, knowing that they gave up 223 yards last week?
Still not confident yet because we've faced teams this season that weren't really good in the run game. And it still didn't seem like we were trying to run the ball. You know what I mean? Whether that's play calling, mostly play calling because even the games that the guys were running well, he stopped giving it to them, right? So it's like, all right, well, we're ready to see what that is. So I don't have really no confidence with it, catching any steam tonight. I think we'll see a little bit of Mims maybe back there since we lost Jalil, get a little speed because you're going to need some speed in the backfield because Estime and Javonte are pretty much the same back.
Yep.
So we'll see him a little bit back there tonight. But do I see a running back running over 100? No. Do I see us having more than 100 yards rushing as a team? I would hope so. Maybe somewhere in 100, maybe 120 or something like that. No numbers.
That's going to be kind of rough with Bo Nix being our leader in rusher last.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It'll be a little bit.
I mean, the
of
last
both.
5 games, I think we've averaged 84 yards rushing.
Like, what are we doing?
Let me see.
Bottom.
I think it's going to be a tough one, but it's opportunity for these guys to get out there. And now, like you're saying, last week you were saying we didn't need an extra running back. We could do it with 1 or 2 of them. This is opportunity for the running backs to get that shot, to get more carries, and might get a guy over 10 carries today. Might get a guy with over 10 carries.
I think we need to stop wishing that.
And they're gonna have to establish the run game a little bit better today anyway because they're gonna have to help out Bo Nix.
Yeah.
And in order for we get that pass game going and get the play action rolling, they're gonna have to get that run game going. And I think in order to beat the Chargers and knowing how Harbaugh them play over there, it's gonna be big that we get the play action game going and get these guys moving, get the receivers in more of a better situation.
I just don't think so, though.
Last week.
Well, that's the thing, though.
We could have scored for 4 quarters last week.
I know, but that's the thing. When it
last game.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to the run game, I think we were saying the same thing about the Colts, though, that, everything's getting to the second and third level.
They were giving up 4.6 yards a carry.
They've given up 6-point-something yards a carry, and we had 20. I mean, how many? 20? I can't be right. 23 yards?
Yeah, it was bad.
That's ridiculous.
But my biggest thing is, they haven't figured it out, but I think at some point you have to figure it out before the playoffs. Because you guys know, in the playoffs, you're going to play in bad weather. It's going to be cold. It's going to be tough. And you have to rely on your running game. If we don't figure it out now, then when?
Never.
Well, it's not going to happen this year.
That's not what
this is the end of the season.
It's over.
The season's over.
Bo Nix turned his season around. You know what I'm saying? It didn't start off well.
No.
You're saying I can never have a good running game
that's
from
not
this
what this
Broncos
team is. This team is banking on limiting mistakes from Bo Nix, right? Taking advantage of opportunities that the defense gives to us. It's all about defense. That's what this team is about. So stopping them on the defensive side and doing what we can to limit possession, limit turnovers from Bo Nix and put points on the board when you can. You know what I mean? And hopefully the special teams come to play as well. That's what this team is. This team is not I'm going to run first team.
Yeah.
It's just not. It hasn't been, like you said, Jurrell. I mean, it's too late for all that. I mean, 3 games left in the season. You are who you are at this point, I feel like.
They have been putting a lot on Bo Nix's plate and kind of taking not ownership away from the running backs, but just giving them the opportunity to be vital pieces of this offense. I mean, Bo Nix, even though he only had 130 yards last game, he threw it 33 times. They're definitely putting the ball in Bo Nix's hands.
Yeah, you have to give him a round of applause for that too, because he's been carrying the load and actually been getting it done.
He has.
A lot of times with a young quarterback in those type of situations without a run game, this season looks a little bit different. Yeah. Especially having to throw the ball that much and have only what is it, 6-7 interceptions on the season?
He doesn't have many.
And he's doing a phenomenal job carrying the load. So got to give him his round of applause.
So listen, bro.
Is it, wait, real quick, one question. Is it Estime time? Is it time to have Estime be
he gonna get
the
a
lead
load?
running
He
back?
definitely gonna get a load today. He definitely gonna get a load to carry today.
Oh, pause. But he gonna get a lot of carries. You know what I'm saying? Do you think it's time? I mean, we've tried every option, and it feels like every option, for whatever reason, this season is not clicking with our offensive line and the play calling. So, is it time? I don't want to start experimenting going into the playoffs, but at the same time, I want to find a running game.
Right. Well, where's Batty? Beatty? How do you say
he's still injured. I think it's Bidet.
Bidet.
Yeah. Bidet.
One of those.
Got to put your pinky up. Bidet.
Yeah, I mean, is he not?
No, he's not back yet.
He's not back yet?
No.
I'm like, where's he at? Because we would love to see him.
Yeah.
I mean, when you only have 2 backs going into this game, pretty much, and like I said, you're going to use Mims. You're going to see a lot of him. You know what I mean? I just hope that, listen, bro, you're going to gain your 3 to 4 yards, whatever the case may be. Just hold on to that rock, you know what I mean? Because we always, when the other team sees him, if I'm thinking about it, of course, when the other team sees him and they're like, bro, let's go for that ball. So hopefully he nipped that in the butt and he can have a good game. He'll get his opportunities. But real quick, when you said Jurrell, you definitely give Bo Nix a lot of credit for the season, but
Definitely.
Most of the credit goes to you already know who.
The defense.
Yeah, you already know. Because if it wasn't for the defense, we would not be here.
No, not at all.
With how Bo was playing, we would not be here if it wasn't for the defense.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely give him credit though.
Yeah, got to give them credit, and we got to give a little bit of credit to our friends over at Coors Light. Coors Light is the beer that is made to chill. If you guys want to sit back, enjoy the night, it's Thursday Night Football. You get to watch the game in prime vision. Just sit back and chill, enjoy yourself some Coors Light. You know that's ready for you and the crew when the mountains turn blue. And right now you can get Coors Light delivered straight to your door by going to Instacart. Go to CoorsLight.com/DNVR. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. All right, so we talked about the running game a little bit. We got to talk about this Chargers team. You know, they really don't have a running game since they lost J.K. Dobbins. It's been lackluster at best, and they've been relying on Justin Herbert to try and find some way to win football games. And his one and only receiver is Ladd McConkey. I think if we can stop Ladd, I think the game is over, and we don't have to worry about that. How do we do that tonight?
Well, that's gonna be a different challenge. You know, it's gonna be a great challenge this week to see that our guys can rise to the occasion. Because I believe last time we played these guys, it was back there shredding us apart.
Yeah,
and definitely, I believe I think Patrick went down that week with the concussion, but
he did.
I think there's gonna be a big task. But we got our guys back, so we got Moss back. So,
no, Moss is out.
He's not coming back?
Yeah.
What?
It's rough, man.
Another one out, huh?
I mean, Chris Abrams drained, credit to him. He did a great job coming in last week and playing well. But Moss is still out. I think they're projecting next week to be his week back. Man. But having him back, we kind of would have, kicked our feet up, crossed our legs, enjoy the course.
Yeah, I was about to say, it was about to be a chill day. Like, what?
I think we're just trying to keep it interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Let a guy rest up. Be getting ready for playoffs. You know what it is.
Well, the first game, he was dialing it around. Herbert, Ladd only had 3 yards on 4 catches, right? So we kind of shut him down, and I have confidence in McMillan. I like McMillan. He to shut him down on the inside. He's the slot. He's our slot guy, our nickel guy, right? So I think that if he's matched up with him in the slot there, that he can shut him down and have pretty much the same game that he had last time. Wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that's one thing that's special about this unit is that we have really good outside corners, but we also have a dog when you talk about an inside corner, a slot corner, and he's doing a great job. And so I think no matter where he's at tonight, as far as Ladd McConkey, I think we'll have a good game plan for being able to stop him. I think we're going to be pretty good about it.
And Ladd ain't going to necessarily crush you over the top. You know what I'm saying? No. He a technician on the inside, hit you with a couple routes, 10, 15 yards. He ain't going to take the top off the defense, right? So you're not really worried about that as well. So, and you were banking on, the Benitos, the Coopers, the guys on the inside to get to the quarterback before he gives, he gets rid of the ball. I think we'll be able to get to Herbert tonight. I don't know if he's still injured or if he's still hurt. There's a couple of injuries on their offensive line.
Yep.
We're looking really healthy on our defense, right? So I think this is a game for us to, get after Herbert a little bit. He's not going to turn the ball over. Only two interceptions on the year.
Yep.
So he'll hold on to the rock or get rid of it if he has to. But I think this is a game that we can shut them down the outside. Just let the guys eat on the interior, and this will be a big game.
Yeah, I think they've had 4 games in a row where they've given up 3 sacks a game.
Okay.
As well as having injuries to their starting guard and members of their offensive line. So I think this is a big game for the Broncos. You mentioned Justin Herbert and his injury. He's nursing an ankle injury. So I think this is really a game where you throw the kitchen sink at him. You move him off his spot. You never let him get comfortable. You make him have to rush when he feels uncomfortable so that you can really test and see, how good is that ankle? How healthy do you feel?
So this is time for our guys up front to get busy then.
Yep.
It's a excellent week for us to go out there and execute, keep up what they've been doing pretty much all year long. Benito go out there and get him another one. I think this is a big week for Zach Allen. I think him
He's
to take
been quiet.
advantage. For him
He
to
has
take
been
advantage of
quiet.
what's going on in the interior. You got a lot of guys hurt up front, and it's time for him to go in there and capitalize off those injuries. And like you said, he's been quiet for the last couple of weeks,
Yep.
and we would love to hear his name a couple times tonight. Definitely would love to see that. But
Yeah, because-
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I agree. I think you got to affect Justin Herbert as much as you can because, as we all know, that toradol wears off pretty quickly. You know what I'm saying? When you're in pain.
You
So
gotta have that
I know
Toradol.
Doc is shooting him up with something before the game starts. But if we can affect him as much as we can, I think we'll get it to wear off.
Last time we did a great job affecting them. I
We
think
did.
it was a good time. They got to him a ton. And it's just going to be
Let me
about
see.
capitalizing, getting them down this time, right? Make sure we don't let them escape those pressures, and we're making them the pressure turn to sacks. And, land on the ankle a little bit.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of pressure on
It's
that
a
ankle a
little-
little bit.
and that's the
It's a
thing,
little longer.
Right.
Just a little pressure on that ankle a little bit.
Early in this, early in the season though, he was struggling, right? I think he's caught a little bit of steam though since then, right?
Yeah.
Since we played him early in the season, I would love to see what the percentage is of, of him completing passes with pressure. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Herbert is pretty good at getting rid of the ball early for some reason. I feel like
That's
he
what
is.
he did to us last time.
Okay.
I felt like we were getting pressure. Remember, he was
Tons
just
of pressure.
fading back in the pocket
Drifting
and finding
throwing.
that,
Drifting throwing, yeah.
and that was the problem. But
Right.
he's not as mobile right now as he was,
Yep.
and he doesn't have all his pieces on the offensive line
Yep.
like he did last time.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So-
we'll see. It's gonna be fun.
It'll be a fun one. It's
It's gonna be
I think you talked about it a little bit early in the show, just about the importance of this game. Like, I think it's a huge game for the Broncos. It's a huge game for the Colts. If the Colts can beat us the Colts. If the Chargers can beat us tonight, that's how trash they are. You know what I'm saying?
But that's funny. They
They're
don't
just-
Charger no more though, do
Yes,
they?
they do.
I don't feel like
They
they
just
necessarily
gave up 40
Charger.
points last week.
They just gave up. We gave up 40 points one time this season.
No, that was a fluke.
That was a fluke.
I feel like with
Broncos
Harbaugh,
have flukes. They
I
charge.
feel like Harbaugh, the last years in the past, I feel
Yes.
like they charged, but with Hardball, I feel like they won some of those real close games that they would usually lose in the past.
Yeah,
I don't know.
late.
I don't think they charge her anymore. But
Well,
they
can we
did get- they
can
get
we
the
hope
40
that they charge her tonight? You know what I'm saying? No, Harbaugh's a great coach. I think he's definitely turned the program around in 1 year. Like, I don't know who else does that. I mean, he did it with the 49ers. He did it when he went back to Michigan. Like, he's an incredible coach. I just hope that tonight, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He can't put it all together. He can't put it. Because, I feel like his formula really is he wants to run the ball first and have his quarterback make, good precision throws for the team to be successful. But when they don't have a running game, it's really tough for them to move the ball.
Also talking about getting injured that game, because of that game. So there is a huge difference in that game.
Yes, because PS2 he's locked down. Best corner in the league.
And that's what I kind of was saying when I thought Moss was coming back. I'm like, we got our guys back. We're gonna beat, but then Moss not there.
Uh-huh.
But I got confidence, like you said. Our young guy, he did his thing last week. The week before that when he came in on a tough situation.
Yeah.
So I think we'd be okay in the secondary.
And I appreciate
I think
it.
they were in a different type of role.
Oh, my fault.
Go
No,
ahead.
Good. No, it wasn't. I was just saying I appreciate someone in the chat said that Blake Watson got promoted
Yeah.
today. I don't know nothing about no Blake Watson. I don't remember even seeing him in
Early in
And-
training camp.
just early in training camp. That was it.
Yeah. I
don't-
think he had a little bit of an injury in training camp as well.
Okay, because I don't remember even seeing him in preseason games. Really.
Yeah. I think he was injured a little bit. He think he's a good player, but I think it's time. I think he's should come and play special teams.
Okay.
I don't think he just needs to
But it's
jump
good for
into
at least
the-
have a body, right?
For sure.
To,
have
for
another
a body.
body.
Yeah. I
Have
see what you're
another
saying.
body.
Okay.
But yeah, no, he's a talented kid. I think he's a good pass catcher out the backfield. Has a little bit more change of pace than Javante or Estime for
Okay.
this game. So we'll see what
That'd
he
be
brings to the
interesting.
table.
Yeah. That'd be interesting to see what he can do, man. Get a shot. You know what I mean? All you need is your shot.
One
And
shot.
then- yeah, for real. Eminem wasn't lying with that one. Hey.
That's it. Let's
you
do some
tell me
Eminem
you
before the
didn't
game.
listen to that. I listened to that before every high school game. You
Oh,
had
that
to
was
listen
it.
to Eminem.
Yeah. That
was before Drake. I mean, not Drake. Wayne for me. Wayne was. I started listening to Wayne in college.
One step, two steps.
That's it?
Yeah,
Just in college?
I don't
well,
think
he's like 40. You're 40. What? Oh my
Hey,
bad.
bro, what?
Bro,
Right,
Wayne was
right. So while you was in
dirty.
college, I was like elementary.
Man, Wayne was still in the Hot Boys with no shot.
You know what I'm saying?
God, dang, I forgot.
my
My bad.
So
No,
what's
a little
wrong
older.
with these guys?
Not to age you, my guy. Not to age you.
Wow. Okay.
No, but nonetheless, it's a big game for the Broncos. It's important for us to find a way to get a win here tonight. And I like that Sean made this a Thursday night game. He made it a short week. He had the option to not choose this, but he decided to have it. And I think it's great to make a tough opponent play you in a short week because they don't have time to scheme and run 90 different plays. They gotta kind of stick to their bread and butter, and I think that allows our defense to be even better because we know what you're gonna run. This is our second time playing you on a short week. I feel pretty good about the matchup.
I think that's a smart strategic move.
Yeah.
You're right. When you know you got the upper hand on the defensive side of the ball, you got to take advantage of the physicality of this type of game, right?
sure.
It's one of those type of weeks where you sitting there saying, okay, we got to recover. We got to get our guys back. Hey, this is when the Broncos got to be turning it on and saying, hey, well, we got some dogs on the defense. Let's make sure our guys is ready to go hunt and go get after it. And the offense is prepared to hold on to the ball, run the ball like you're supposed to, eat the clock up, and make this a dogfight. And that's what you look for in these type of Thursday night games, primetime ball, right?
Yeah, for sure. What's good, E? What is that? Lonzo was good, man. I had to say what's up, man. He got off of work early.
Got off work early to
tune in,
watch.
so I
There we
appreciate
go.
you.
Appreciate you.
Well, in a short week like that, I mean, we've seen those injuries late in the game last week. I was like, oh man, with a short week, this is not looking good. But it's good that the guys got back. You know, got healthy, and they're going to be out there playing. So now, at the end of the day, like you said, short week for the opponent to plan for you, right? To plan for this defense. It is a divisional opponent, though, so they're kind of used to seeing you, right? But it does help being in a short week, and they have so many injuries on that side. I mean, defensively and offensively, like, they have a lot of defenses that we got to take advantage of.
Isn't it crazy that we did bounce back hella fast with a short week? Like, shout out to the Broncos training staff. We had a lot of guys leave the game.
Vince. I see you, Vince.
And they all came back within
Garcia?
one day.
That's
you know
my
what I'm
guy.
saying? That's huge. So, yeah, shout out to Vince, man.
For sure.
He a good dude over there. I don't know what you're giving him, but keep doing what you're doing, Vince.
For sure.
Before we get out of here, I got to tell you about our partners over at Bet365 and their pregame picks. You can download the Bet365 app, use the code DNVR365, deposit $10 and place a bet of $5 to get $200 in bonus bet and a code to get the first 2 months of Altitude Plus courtesy of Bet365. You must be 21 and older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Now, last week we put together like a squad parlay, and it almost hit. I think we were 3.5 yards away from it hitting. It was if you bet $100 on the parlay, you would have made like over $4,000. So we did it again this last week, and hopefully this one hits. We had Courtland Sutton plus 90 yards receiving. We had Troy Franklin plus 30 yards receiving, and then we had Courtland Sutton. We doubled down on Courtland Sutton, anytime touchdown. Yeah, do you have the overall payout on that?
I need to know. The pay easy.
I think it's like it was like plus 7,000, plus 7,000. So you bet 100 on that parlay. Potential to make 7,000. We do really good here with our bets.
Stafford, Nix or Stafford? Come on, though, Roy. Roy.
It's Bo, man. You know Knowshon, it's Bo.
Yeah,
Bo-shon.
he's a Knowshon Moreno. He's a believer.
That was a quick one. Come on, I got to go with my boy Stafford, though.
Dang.
That's my guy.
Bo's still young.
We talking about a championship. We talking about a champion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to Vaughn. He brought him that championship too. He did. He had a lot of help. He did a lot of help.
I mean, all that stuff that he did with the Detroit, man. I mean, he needed one of those.
He did.
So
he put in a lot of time.
Sure.
But much love. We'll check you guys out on the post-game show. Check us out after the game. We'll be here discussing it, breaking down the game, having a good time. So enjoy the game. It's about to come on. We'll see you guys after the game.
Watch it on Prime Vision. Let's go.
Be who you are.
We all silly like the mayor.